Here we go. LeBron rumors. LeBron rumors because of a video where he said the word New York. So now people think LeBron's coming to New York. LeBron's not coming to New York, people. How to address this? This is a Knicks channel. We have to discuss Knicks rumors. We have to discuss trade possibilities and free agency. It is the offseason. LeBron just opted into his contract with the LA Lakers, and there is a lot of talk of him possibly asking out again for a trade. Don't know. I don't have sources. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've heard this, I've heard that. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. He's not going to come to the Knicks, though. There's just no scenario in which this happens. The contracts that would line up, the timetable with the Knicks. I know the Knicks want to win right now, but if you look at what the Knicks have been doing, it hasn't been, let's all throw it in for 1 year. This has been a very slow rebuild. We had players like RJ and Quickly and Grimes, who we've dealt away piece by piece by piece to build up this roster. And we're not going to throw that all away for 40-plus-year-old LeBron James. I'm sorry, we're not going to do that. Leon Rose is not going to do that. I understand he said the words New York in the video. We don't know the context of the words New York. He could have been talking about the state. He could have been talking about the city. He could have been talking about vacation. This isn't going to happen. We need to stop. He's not coming to New York. He's not going to play for the Knicks. Leon Rose, that is not what's up their sleeve right now. You would have to blow up the Knicks to the point where now they're going to look completely different again with a new coach again. Too much turnover. I know LeBron has played more off ball lately, even just from basketball standpoint. If we're talking basketball now, I know he's played more off ball lately. Austin Reeves handles the ball here and there. Now Luka, he came and he handled the ball. So maybe you can convince me that Jalen Brunson would still handle the ball and be the primary ball handler for the Knicks with LeBron. Let's not even entertain that. And if it happens, you could come right back to this video and make fun of me. It's not happening. Let's cut these rumors out right now. He's 40-plus years old. We don't need LeBron to come save us. The Knicks are in a very great position right now. It's them and the Cavs who are the two favorites to win the Eastern Conference right now. They just need a little bit of a tune-up. They need to hire the right coach with the right mindset. And we go forward into next season with hopes of the NBA Finals because the Knicks are right there. I don't think Leon Rose and company are thinking we need to blow this up for LeBron James, a 40-plus-year-old LeBron James. Had to get right into it. I know how YouTube is. I know how YouTube works. I know you see the thumbnail. I know you see the headline. It's part of the business. I'm going to try to dispel anything right away. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm also not going to try to get you hyped up for things that I don't think are going to happen. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, LeBron might come, just so, to get you excited, to cause controversy. And that's just not what this channel is going to be. It's not. So, last week I told you Cat to LA, despite what some things with Bleacher Report were drafting up and other sites were drafting up, Heavy was reporting on it. That wasn't going to happen. This isn't going to happen as well. It's just not. Realistically, I think the Knicks are looking for a new head coach and some free agents to fill out the bench and, maybe help with Cat and Jalen defensively. I think that's the more realistic thing here. I know there are trade rumors with Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. Not saying that can't happen, but it has to make sense. This does not make sense at all. So let's cut it out. Let's cut it out. Let's cut it out. Let's cut it out. Another thing that came through the rumor mill over the weekend was Dawn Staley reportedly was reached out to by the Knicks. This is according to Knicks Fan TV, someone who I respect a lot, someone who does really great work for the Knicks community. So I do believe there was probably some truth to that. The Knicks, just interviewing around, asking around, are you available? Would you be interested? What would your scheme be like? It doesn't hurt to ask Dawn Staley, who's probably the most coveted, popular women's basketball coach right now. I know she's coaching at the college level, but I don't know if you can name a more famous women's basketball coach outside of Gino Auriemma, who is a college staple. I don't think Dawn's going to accept the position. I don't think the Knicks' interest is all that serious. But it is an interesting story, reaching out to who would be the first women's head coach ever. I think that would be a lot of pressure to put on her. Someone who has not coached men. at this level to kind of come in and take over a team that has championship aspirations. I'm not sure that's the type of position she would want to put herself in as well. I think that's a lot of pressure. Not that she's not a competitor, not that she's not capable. I think the first woman who ever coaches in the NBA is going to be very intentional with the spot that she picks. And I do think it would have to be the right circumstance, which I don't think this is. If she's hired, let's go, Dawn. I'm riding with you. We're doing it. I'm rooting for you. Let's go. But I just don't see the two working out right now. It seems like the Knicks are going to go after a more experienced coach with the NBA. Somebody who has coached in the league before. And right now, Taylor Jenkins and Mike Brown have reported to be on track for second interviews. I think it's going to be one of those two. I think it's come down to that. The Jason Kidd rumors in the beginning of the coaching search were very interesting, but I don't think Dallas is going to let him go, and I don't think it's going to make a trade for him. So you have Mike Brown, Taylor Jenkins, two coaches who have had success in this league. Not, the ultimate success, but have had successes here in the league. So I think that's where the Knicks are going to go with that. I'm not mad at that at this point. To me, if you had told me that they were going to fire Tibbs and the coach was going to be Mike Brown or Taylor Jenkins, I'd have been like, well, what's the point of firing Tibbs? I'd rather just ride with Tibbs. I know what I'm getting with him. But, here we are. This is where we're at. We're going to move forward. It's the offseason. Free agency starts today. Not worried about Tibbs anymore. It's a new season. Before we go, some quick news. Ariel Huckporty, the Knicks pick up his option. I like Huckporty a lot. I think he has a lot of potential. You saw it during the season in spurts. The problem with him is he can't stay on the floor. He fouls a lot. But offensively, he has a higher ceiling than Mitch. He's somebody who I don't think is, not even close to being better defensively than Mitch, but he does have, the frame. He does have the body type. If he can kind of hone it in defensively, be more polished, get more experience, learn how to guard without fouling, better on help, reading, off-ball situations, I think Huckporty can be a very valuable center in this league. I don't know how many minutes he gets this year. I assume this year it's going to be a lot of what it was last year, where it's Huckporty is going to get his minutes when there are players who are injured, maybe if we need some energy off the bench. But I do like his potential. I think offensively he's somebody who can help at that position a lot with lobs, and he creates more of a threat than someone like Mitch. The problem is you lose it on the defensive end. He is somebody who, at that price, I have no problem keeping around. He seems like a good locker room guy. Everybody seems to like him. Very happy the Knicks decided to do this. We don't know what's going on with Mitchell Robinson either. His name is always on the trade block, always. During the offseason, during the trade deadline, Mitch is always on the blocks. And if Mitch is to go, or if Mitch is to go down with an injury again, I don't think Huckporty can fill the void in the way that Mitch can defensively. But offensively, he's a boost. And defensively, if he gets better, he could be passable maybe. So I think it's a good signing from the Knicks. I think he's an upgrade from what we started last year with Jericho Sims. I like it. I like it. It's low cost, doesn't really hurt much. Listen, free agency starts today. You got to subscribe to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the Knicks head coach situation. I saw some of your comments about my last video, Karl-Anthony Towns, coming to LA. Y'all mostly agree with me, which makes me happy. I'm glad that we are all on the same page here. Let me know what free agents you want going forward as well. I'm curious to see how you would fill out this roster. I think the Knicks definitely need more bench pieces. Their starting five is pretty much set for the most part. I would like to move Josh Hart back to the bench and maybe somebody fill that spot. But we'll see, what the new coach thinks and how he utilizes the team. And let's see what free agents Leon pulls off. It's going to be an exciting week. Shams, if you don't follow him on X or Twitter, make sure you hit this notifications on Shams. It's going to be wild. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment below. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Knicks Latest. Peace.